Hi, welcome to STSPN, all you soccer sports fans out there. We're here at Everett, Washington, home of the Trinity Lutheran College women's soccer field. We're a game just starting right now against Northern Idaho College out of Coeur d'Alene. Along with me here, this is Ron Henthorn and Phil Bernard. Phil, welcome to the game today.
Thank you, Ron. Excited to be here.
Looks like this game could be a good game. Trinity's coming in here with a 2-6 record, and Idaho's got a 3-3 record, but they're playing in different conferences. So as we got notified just before the game started by the referees, because this is a out-of-conference game and Northwest College plays unlimited substitution, this game, for all of you fans watching, if you notice, will be unlimited substitution for both teams, as they tend to clear things out here a little bit, with Trinity making a run down the right-hand side here.
Good ball through down to the corner.
And off the end line, it looks like. Yes, goal kick.
Northwest doing a good job coming back and shielding the ball, allowing it to go out for the goal kick. We were just talking about the unlimited substitutions. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out with both teams. We mentioned Northwest College used to having unlimited subs, whereas Trinity Lutheran not used to it, so it'll be interesting to see how both teams adapt to being able to have the more substitutions.
Yeah, it will be interesting, and it's probably a good thing for the Idaho girls, because they got up at 5 or 6 o'clock this morning and caravaned over here in some minivans, and so they've been driving all morning, but I know most of these young girls, they pretty much fall asleep in the car when they're driving on the road, so they probably got all their rest they needed, but we'll see how it takes any toll on them today. Here comes the ball right at the camera. It's going to bounce right at it. Look out, Todd. There you go.
Hey, Ron.
Trinity Lutheran getting possession. Good ball up down the middle.
Oh, here's a chance for a shot, right, Trinity? Cleared it out.
That was a good clearance by the goalie for Northwestern.
Trinity playing back, switch sides here. See if they can't move something forward here. There's a give and go on this side if she gives it. Oh, she lost it.
Good takeaway from number 5 there. That's Tristan Gold. Long ball played up. And possession broken up by Trinity Lutheran as they scramble to get back on defense.
If you got the roster in front of you there, Jeff, you can pick up some of these girls' names. They might like to hear their names out there. So kind of hard to look down and look back up and catch the name for these women's soccer players here at this college level. I know I called them girls earlier, but they're really women now, I guess. So we'll keep calling them women's soccer for Trinity Lutheran and Northern Idaho State. Here's a chance.
Northwest with a cross, shot blocked by the defender. Good job getting back and getting in position.
Idaho's getting the ball up there in front of the pitch there.
Lutheran finally doing a good job of getting the ball cleared away. Just a bit of a missed timing there. It was a hard ball to bring down for the forward, number 7, Brianne Morin.
Yeah, Taylor Cannell shot it a little bit past her there, so didn't quite get that pass on line.
Both teams in the early stage here having a couple opportunities, bringing the ball forward. Nothing made of them yet.
As we normally see in the start of a soccer game like this, it's kind of like just feel each other out a little bit and see if they can figure out where their strengths are and where their weaknesses are both ways. As we have a foul on the far side of the field there, a little light takedown by Trinity.
Free kick taken out to midfield, but right into a Trinity Lutheran player. His pass is then immediately broken up. Possession back for Northwestern. Plays it back to their goalie.
North Idaho,
sorry.
There's a long ball by Idaho down here. Almost handled there. That was Caitlin Sly trying to make success out of that long ball. Lost it out of bounds here.
Trinity Lutheran's throwing into a tight area, and it is broken up by Northern Idaho. Looking for a little bit of room on the field. Misplayed ball bouncing over the foot of Tristan Gold.
Looks like, get ready for a throw in down here. Taylor Cannell looks like she can throw it in. She could probably throw it almost to the goal from here. And she does. Hits it up in front, mid section. In there. There's a center and right to the goalie. Guess we could call that a shot there by Taylor. So first real shot on goal here by Trinity today.
It was easily handled by Cassandra Vandermeer, starting goalkeeper for Northern Idaho. But first shot of the day on target.
There's another center up in front. Didn't quite make it far enough there for Idaho, but good attempt on the right side over there. So one end to the other, just like that, Phil. They went down and
it's
challenged.
Been an open game so far. A lot of play going back and forth. Neither team with really sustained possession, but good work so far from both sides. Defensives are both playing well.
Ball's not maintaining possession by either team right now well, but just trading back and forth here.
Keeper plays it out to the right side. Northern Idaho looking for an opportunity to get it forward, and they do.
They like that long sail forward in hopes they can run under it down there. And
last time they're able to earn a corner kick, so.
Yeah, I think she tried to kick it out the sideline and missed kicks there. Really good scoring opportunities because everybody kind of doesn't quite know where the ball's going to go. We got a little bit of wind blowing in here from our right to left as you're looking at the screen. So this ball could easily curve up in front of the goal. And she just short kicked it for a shot from far out, and that did not work for them at all.
Short corners are always a bit of a different opportunity, trying to create from a different angle. Didn't work out for them that time, but as you're saying, corner kicks a great opportunity to score, especially when there's not a lot of possession.
That's true. I don't like short kicks, but it works sometimes.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
There's a good opportunity. It's 2-on-2 for Trinity, and there's a
ball played through. Open shot opportunity here. Shot good defensive block. Getting back into position is number 14, Alex Rankin.
Nice job by Alex there. Clears it out, but back into Trinity's control here momentarily. Another good play in there.
Really thought that was going to be a goal-scoring opportunity for Trinity Lutheran, but great recovery.
Yeah, there was a shot on goal, but she got right in there and blocked it out. Good, strong defense there. I don't really expect this is going to be a high-scoring game. Both these teams are well coached and well conditioned here for this level of soccer.
That's very true. And so far, the defenses on both sides having the better time of the game. See if Trinity Lutheran can launch an attack here.
I love it when they can't catch the header.
It's a little high for Taylor Cannell, just right over her head.
Kind of reminds me of baseball playing. It's like there's a fly ball in the outfield, then you run under it and it goes over your head. It's like, okay, you're going to the bench. They don't have a lot of practice at run under balls, but it does sail a little bit, I know. There's a long ball. It looks good if she can run under before the goalie gets there, but not happening.
This game is played on an artificial turf, and that also helps with the ball bouncing a little bit higher than a player might expect. Ball rolling a little bit faster as well than it would on a natural surface, so few things to keep in mind as the game goes on.
Yeah, artificial turf is a different feel than the regular grass for sure. But I think most of the time they play on artificial turf. But I know that this is Trinity's home field, so they're used to it. I don't know what Idaho plays on.
And each turf being a little bit different, it helps having it be your home field. You have a better understanding of the way that the ball is going to skip and play off of it.
Yeah, even on the artificial they vary. You're right about that.
Yeah.
So, and depending on how old they are, they're faster or not so fast. It's like on the golf course where they cut the green shorter or not. You know?
Exactly.
Here's a good run down the right side by Idaho. This could be a center or a shot, and it was cleared out there by, didn't see who on Trinity, but possible opportunity there for Idaho.
That was a good possession for the winger, bringing it down. Good ball control on the cutback. Just didn't quite have an opportunity to get it crossed back into the center of the box. Ball played out quickly by Vandermeer as she was under pressure from Canal. What I'm really impressed by with both teams so far is the pressure that they've been giving on defense, even through the midfield and their forwards. As soon as the ball is turned over, they're right there in the other team's face, pressing high, fighting to get that possession back. And so far, both teams having success with that and then not being able to maintain possession once they get it.
Definitely are, yeah. Both teams are going hard to the ball. There's nobody kind of like backing off and saying, "Oh, you can have it." No, it's my turn. It's your turn. It's getting very good control there. Yes. Not too physical yet. Haven't seen a lot of contact, but that's maybe yet to come as they start to feel each other out here.
Yeah, early in the game. That high press, though, that we were talking about does open you up for an opportunity for a quick counterattack from the other team. We'll see if who's able to capitalize on that first. Northern Idaho throw in.
Lost it momentarily and got it back.
Good cross across the field. Switching the point of attack.
Idaho working the middle. Here's a good opportunity if they can maintain control. Oh, unfortunate there, lost it.
Pass was just a little off target. Lutheran scooping it up and taking over. Unable to find a way to get it forward, though, playing it back. In that press from Northern Idaho. Good ball control there from Tia Carrillo. Finding a way out of the middle of the field.
And that looks like it's going to be a Trinity throw-in on the far side.
Player down. Looks like she's holding her ankle.
She's right on the sideline there in front of the Idaho bench at Trinity. Can you catch her number there?
I can't quite see it. It looks like it might be number 8.
8 or 9.
8 or 9.
Yeah.
It might be Taylor Alphin.
Yeah, it must be 9 because we don't have an 8, so it's Taylor. Is she walking it off? Where'd she go?
Taylor Alphin's right in front of us, number 9 here.
9 here, it's not her.
We're not quite able to read that number, but it does look like we're having our first sub for Trinity Lutheran.
Is that 22?
Did I show you the picture, Mark?
23?
Well, tough to read from this distance and angle.
Yeah,
Looks like it's number 23.
Yeah.
So that is Rochelle Heil coming in.
And game continues.
Good ball into the box there, but not able to find the head of a Trinity Lutheran player.
So for time-wise on the clock, according to head referee Tim Epps out there on the field, he keeps the clock himself. And when his 45 minutes is up on his watch, his little buzzer goes off, and then he sort of mentally calculates any added time for stoppage, like maybe a minute or half a minute for that injury right there.
Out a little bit.
And then one thing I didn't know about college soccer that I found out today was that that after they score a goal, officially stopped the clock timing, and
Lutheran's defense.
I'm surprised it made. Yes, it was.
Ball goes out. Another Trinity Lutheran throw-in. Oh, but lose away. Possession from Northern Idaho here in the last little bit.
Yeah. Looks like Idaho is very oriented toward a strong offense. It looks like maybe a 3-4 or 3-3-4 offense here, as they seem to push up their midfielders up into the front line.
Both teams running similar formations. Trinity Lutheran with the, seems like they have two dedicated forwards up.
Look out, ball.
Oh, boy, that was close. Thank you, Bill.
You're welcome. We're protecting the camera there. We gotta make sure we don't lose our equipment.
That should have been a good video in the camera there, of that ball coming right at it like that.
I think I'm going to have to update this.
Might have to get a shield or something for these games where we're right here on the sideline.
Yeah.
Ball bouncing into the box there, but
You never know where that ball.
area.
Never know whether that ball's going to come this way or not. We did a game here a couple weeks ago and never came over here. But,
Had a couple already today. So.
yeah. And it probably won't be the last. Oh, Idaho.
Short pass there.
Yeah, not what she intended. And I hear the fans in the background as number 7 over there, Brianna Moran, gets called for the takedown.
Yeah, she was just a little behind the ball. The Northern Idaho player getting a little bit of body position on her and drawing the foul.
Glad to see Brianna's actually back in the game here. I think she had an injury here a week or so ago and back to full strength now, according to.
Oh, that was a trip from behind.
Yeah.
Going the other way this time.
Yeah. Well, Brianna's mixing it up.
Yeah, she's been all over the field so far, working really hard, showing off her speed in a couple of these plays to try to create an opportunity for Trinity Lutheran, as the ball is now played out for a Northern Idaho throw-in.
Yeah, they weren't able to capitalize on getting the ball down on that end of the field, so see if Idaho can maintain control here. So far struggling for it, and
Moran fighting for it and getting called for another foul.
yeah.
There's two players on that side. That's number 22 over there, Corrine Eris for Northern Idaho. She and Brienne definitely mixing it up so far early in this game.
Yeah, it's starting to get physical, as I was mentioning earlier. So there's another hard collision right there to our right. As Taylor Afton gets a little check from number 11 there for Idaho, Caitlin.
And good physical play like that's fine, as long as...
Look out, Todd. And number 3 toward the camera today.
Got a magnet going. It's crazy.
Yeah, we're going to have to pay this lady here that's trying to catch the ball for us here. She's trying to take pictures. Oh, good for her. There's a fast feed through, but the goalie's coming way out, and she had it timed right, but, you know, one more step difference, and that would have been a disaster for Idaho.
Yeah, brave decision. It turned out to be the right one, but as you said, any timing mistake there and could have been a real dangerous situation.
Yeah, the long roll on that ball, it's like, is that ball going to maintain its pace of travel, or is it going to slow down faster than I think it's going to slow down? And luckily that time it worked for her.
Northern Idaho getting another throw in. Still haven't seen too many shots on goal yet. Still early.
Yeah, the biggest threat was that Idaho opportunity right in front of the goal a while ago. And,
ball crossed into the center of the net there, but headed out. Good defense. That was Sophia Morgan for Trinity Lutheran, who got that header and broke up the center. Ball down into the corner.
Yeah, we're in a dangerous spot again as she tries to work it up right in front of us here. But she cleared it to the center and back to the middle for Idaho. But, oh, that was an interesting touch. Idaho still maintaining the ball in midfield.
Taking possession of the midfield pretty well here, but they're just not able to get it into an area in the box that they can get a dangerous setup.
Get a clear opportunity for a shot on goal here. As they, oh, good. No, that's should be. Didn't call it. I thought that was a takedown after the ball was gone there, and I think that Idaho got robbed on that one. Yet Tim was standing right there next to him, so whatever he calls counts.
Yeah, a little collision there going for the ball, but I don't think there was anything too much to it.
Nice, here we go.
Number 19 now for Trinity Lutheran with the high shot about.
That's going to go a corner, isn't it? Yeah.
That was Jalissa Santiago creating that opportunity. The deflection off of Northern Idaho's player.
This being the first corner here for Trinity today from our right-hand corner here as we swing the camera down.
Cassandra Blakely looking to take it.
Let's see if she tries the short one there, and she's not. It's up.
Played into the box.
Long and cleared off the far side off of, I believe, Idaho, and it was. So it'll be a Trinity throw-in over there.
It's a pretty good corner, just no one there to get on the end of it.
This is a slightly long shot. You got to drop him up in front of there to get an opportunity. Yeah. Play on, says the ref. Now he's going to call it. He allowed that to play on because he had an opportunity for a shot on goal, but since it didn't materialize, then he had to stop play there. And that looks like number, is that 19?
That was 19, yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Santiago again. Slow to get to her feet, but she looks like she's all right.
She's up, yeah. We have a disappointed sub over for Trinity was coming up to go in, but did not. And she's getting back, warming up there. The free kick is just like a corner kick, and that's a good one up in front. The goalie taps it out, goes after it, and catches it. Nicely done. Nice defense.
I'd have liked to see more of the Trinity Lutherans forwards there getting involved in that ball as it bounced out to get a second chance. Yeah. But as it was, an easy cleanup for Northern Idaho.
Watch your outside.
And goalie was very aggressive getting it to that one, so didn't leave any room for Trinity to get into it.
Watch your outside, 9.
Again, Idaho playing it up into the middle. Unfortunate. But got it back. Nice give and go there. They got 3-on-3 for the moment. Should be a cross if she can get there. Did not, but that's going to be a corner for the North Idaho women's soccer team here today. Now let's see if they'll try that short one again, Phil.
Yeah, it didn't work from the first time, but they might go back to it.
Well,
like to see him just put it into the middle of the box into a dangerous area.
They got number 4, Emily, over there. Emily, I think, is going to take it, and they've got number 11,
was a short one, but then it is played in on the ground, bouncing the area.
That's a nice little shot up in front of the goal. It's still bouncing up in front of the goal. There's a oh, that was a nice header there by, is that number 13? Is that Megan Lowry?
Flag up from the line judge. That looked like it was an offside, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. But
oh.
It was a good header at the end there.
A lot of good ball control by Idaho there.
That's Colby Smits, the goalkeeper for Trinity Lutheran, who made a good save, but as I said, it was already blown dead. But good play all around there. It was better from Idaho.
Yeah, just looking at the progress of the game so far here in the last 5 minutes or so, we've seen really much more aggressive play by the Idaho team here today.
Trinity Lutheran looking to do something here.
Whoa.
Defenders just doing a good job getting their bodies in the way, preventing
Yeah, that's
Canal from getting onto the ball.
Alice Rankin cutting in front of her and keeping her from getting to it and letting the ball roll to the goalie there.
Sometimes that's all you got to do is just get in the way.
Get in the way, and not so much that it's called an obstruction.
Yeah.
So it worked good for him that time.
High kick out, but only making it to midfield, and then Idaho taking possession.
We're roughly 25 minutes into this first half of a 45-minute period here at Lincoln Field here in Everett, Washington. Beautiful sunny day. Temperature probably feels like 80 out here in the sun, but more like about 65 in the shade.
Yeah, turf definitely radiating heat as well. So about halfway through the first half, I've got to say that I give a slight edge to Idaho, but it's been a pretty close game so far.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. They've been a little more aggressive offensively, and they're moving more players up into that front line quickly and challenging the Trinity defense there.
Had a couple good opportunities, but where Trinity Lutheran was scrambling to get it cleared and bounced around, but on both cases it ended up not being the chance they were looking for. Trinity Lutheran looking to work the ball up the line and winning a throw-in.
They're real close to the line over there. So.
The free kick.
I'm not sure whether that was a push or a handball there. I didn't see the ball bounce up very high.
I didn't either. Not sure exactly what that call was, but it was a free kick for.
That was 50 yards away from us. Oh, there's another knockdown. That's
that one we saw.
Yeah. And Tim's gonna have a talk there with number 3 out there. That's Haley White for aggressive play. Well,
just giving her a bit of a warning.
Yeah. There's a long shot on goal.
Van der May with the easy cleanup.
Good attempt on goal, but just too far out and too easy to get to for the goalie on that side. Should be clearing to us. It's nice run, feet. Oh, thought she had it there for a minute, but it just got snuck by her.
It's Jasmine Smith,
coming right at us.
15 for Idaho, who's been a big part of what they've been doing so far, coming out of the midfield. She's won a lot of balls back, played a few of them through herself.
Got it, 9. Keep going, 9. Keep going. You got it. Don't give up on.
Well played there by number 11.
Good job. Hey, girl. Nice.
Well, that ball wasn't in the air, but it was right in front of us.
We'll count it.
Substitution here for Trinity. Number 13, Taylor Cannell's leaving. And some substitutions for Idaho as well. Number 33, Tatiana Quazida in for right forward here for Trinity.
And for Northern Idaho, Tristan Gould was coming out. And number 19, Krista Kelly, came on. So already seeing with that, the unlimited substitutions, early subs from both teams.
Yeah, right to that, almost to the halfway mark here of this first period.
Looking to keep legs fresh, find opportunities.
Yeah, if you play this game, if you're a midfielder, you'll probably run 3 times farther than anybody else on the team. Maybe 4 times farther. They go from one end to the other. It's a lot. It takes a good conditioned player to play that position.
That's why I was a goalie.
You were a goalie. I was a wing forward, so I only got to run half the field.
Yeah. And get all the glory.
Well, some of the time.
Some of the time.
Here's a possible center. It should be right up in the middle, but just a little bit wide. But it was off of Trinity for another Idaho goal kick over there.
All the goal kicks on the same side of the field. They've really been favoring getting it down on that right flank and then trying to center it.
Yeah, let's see if we get this one all the way up. It looks like they got doubled up there, and they are going to go all the way up. And that's a nice ball up in front of the goal, off the
Good
head.
Header.
Yeah, just misdirected there. That
was
was
quite enough contact on it.
Levi Smith, I think, got her head on that for Idaho, and that ball's going to go right to the goalie if she's. Oh, that was close.
Good hustle and pressure from number 7 there. That's Lexi Smith coming in and putting pressure on the goalie. Not giving up until the play was all the way done.
I think that's Colby Smits is the goalie there for Trinity, I believe. That was close, but we don't count that one. That was 10 feet away. Krista Kelly with that throw-in right in front of us there. Big number 19 on her back. Good throw-in, good control by Idaho. Oh, she lost it going trying for that center.
That was Jasmine Smith again showing off her ball control, but lost it on the last pass. It's been kind of the case for both teams.
They tried that long overhead pass, and it's not worked well for either one of them yet. The thing that's worked for them is that fast break down the sideline, especially for Idaho here as they move the ball across the center, maintain control. Hopefully, lost it.
A couple times players getting caught with the ball just on their foot, needing to get it away a little bit faster. Shot on goal here, bounces off.
And that's going to go off the end line, and that will be a Trinity corner kick on the far right corner down here. That was a good shot on goal.
That was a good shot on goal. Cassandra Vandermeer, a little lucky that when she lost control of it, that it rolled wide.
Could have easily slipped through her fingers into the goal. I've seen that happen before.
Absolutely. And best look of the game so far for Trinity Lutheran. They take a short corner.
And brings it close in the middle and tries to get it up over the head, bouncing easily into the goalie there.
Well, we might bite you, though.
Another corner kick that didn't result in anything.
Yeah, Trinity Lutheran hasn't created much off their couple corners they've had.
Stay tight on the line. Take the space, take the space.
I like to see talking to each other with a little ball control there as they try that forward long shot again.
Yeah, those long passes not quite working out yet, but it at least keeps the defense honest. They have to worry about it coming through.
Oh,
good takeaway, but unable to maintain possession was Caitlin Sly.
I thought she was going to get it there for a minute. She maybe surprised herself. She take it away.
She's stopping to tie her shoe now. Maybe had an equipment failure.
Well, long throw in by Trinity off the head of number 14 over there. Alex, is that Rankin? Heads it out. Trinity gets another throw in down there. Somewhere close to the 35-minute mark, according to my watch.
Around 10 minutes left. I'd like to see one of the teams at least get on the board before halftime.
Yeah. There's been a couple of close opportunities, one for Trinity just a few minutes ago, and then that one for Idaho earlier. That could have, but wasn't.
After a lot of games, after that first goal, you can see a shift in the pace in them as it changes the way the teams play. And open the game up a little bit.
Yep. There we see Idaho taking possession of that fight in the midfield there. If that's centered properly, oh, she took an easy drop up in front. There's a potential shot if number 4 can get it, and she did take the shot. That was Emily Aspen? How would you pronounce that? Emily?
Aspen. Yeah, the ball just not quite able to fall onto her feet to get a good, powerful shot off, as she had to kind of bring it down and back, and in the end, the shot was a pretty easy save from Colby Smits, but another good opportunity for Northern Idaho.
Was a clear shot, but not a hard shot, but right straight at the goalie, and usually the goalie can handle those pretty good if they're right at them. It's when they're going off to the side that they end up with that little bit of difficulty.
Exactly.
Oh. This pass
Ball
there.
played out to space, but Northern Idaho getting there first.
That's going up on the roof and back down. Sophia Morgan with this throw in here to our right as we have another substitution.
For both teams, it looks like.
We got Jalessa Santiago going out.
And for Northern Idaho, that was Megan Lowry.
Good ball feed, but just a little bit too hard there.
It was a good look from Scott, the substitution who just came on, trying to play the ball through and spring one of her players.
Just a little too hot for Caitlin to handle there.
Jasmine again with the ball. Good through ball, but no one there.
A little hard, a little long, but they tend to want to play that kind of a game, I think, and goalie lets that roll off the end line over there for a goal kick. I don't think they chased that ball. It slowed down pretty good. I'm surprised that they didn't chase it down.
Yeah, I feel like if Northern Idaho had just followed that one immediately, they might have been able to get on the end of it.
Could have got the goalie a little excited anyway if he'd have been charging with her.
Yeah. But it is a goal kick here. Right to a Northern Idaho player.
Nice cross by Idaho.
A lot of room in the middle of the field there. For number 21, Elia Son.
Where'd the ball go? Neither one knew where it was. There's the ball forward. This could be trouble for Trinity if she can maintain possession.
Scott's pass just being a little, again, off target as Jasmine is dispossessed of the ball, and it's out for a Northern Idaho throw-in.
Let's see if she can toss it up there in front of the goal somewhere. Gets it up in front. Oh, nice little feed. There could be a... she got called for a handball. I thought she kind of touched her there a little bit.
Unlucky break. Not like it was too intentional, but...
It kind of bounced up under her arm.
Yeah.
She was trying to get her arm out of the way there, so... Caitlin not happy with that little result because had that not happened, she was looking toward the goal there.
Ball over the top. Jessica Scott was in an offside position, was trying to get back onsides. Otherwise, she would have had a good opportunity there.
She's going the wrong way about the time. She should have been going the other way, huh?
Oh, I have to tell you, before my museum reminded me, Noelle wanted to play.
Trinity throw in far side.
Noelle wanted to play museum with me. I said, what do you...
Trinity with a couple good attempts from distance, haven't been able to get a lot inside the box.
And I guess I was...
See more opportunities for them inside that 18-yard line.
I was her, I guess, in a sense. She says, it looks like you know how to do the water. What's it called? The water.
Pump. Miscommunication there, looked like between the Trinity Lutheran defenders about who was going to actually clear that one.
I don't know what she was... I really didn't get what she was doing.
A good move over there. Now we got 3-on-2, and there's a through
And
ball.
there's a good one.
Who's
Goalie
gonna get
out.
there?
Got to it first. That was a great play from Smits.
Caitlin Sly just didn't quite have the wheels to catch up to that one, but it was one step.
Northern Idaho continuing to look dangerous on those.
Definitely got some excitement going there for the team and the fans. At about 5 minutes, a 4-year college. Take some pretty
Wouldn't that be?
Really would have been. If the as we've seen earlier, second opportunity.
Again, the control and getting the ball at the halftime. I don't know what the halftime adjustments might be, but Trinity's going to have to step up their game a little bit to get more opportunities on goal.
Yeah, I think that one of the things they would like to see more of is quick passes. A couple times their players are just lackadaisically sending the pass off, and it's been short and then intercepted by the Idaho players in a few of those, and she need to clean up some of those fundamentals.
There's a good ball through if she can get around it. She can't. Another good potential threat there by Idaho.
And they're laying on the pressure as the half goes on.
Outside.
Hey, there's, you get the ball and you don't control it. You just. I think it's better if you can get it through, but.
Good job shielding the ball there. Number 2,
Yeah.
Avery. Trinity Lutheran.
You're in my way.
Scott fighting for that ball against multiple.
There's a ball. She almost hooked it back up.
Some good aggressive play there.
That was some good aggressive play. We had Jessica Scott again multiple times there, getting balls away from a Lutheran player and then having to win it back from another one.
Definitely doing good. Oh, let's see what Colby's doing. I know you could dig into that after the tour. Maybe she's teeing it up, getting some black rubber up on there. On my watch, I would referee Tim. We'll see what he adds here. There's been a couple of down times with multiple minor injuries over there, so he might be adding a little bit of time, but I think we're about to see the end of this first period here, and we do. That's the signal. Oh, an interesting first half here, Phil.
It was.
Strong possession by Northern Idaho here, as they had many more attempts on goal than Trinity did, but it's still 0-0, so
Anything can happen.
it starts over again in the second half. So I think we'll take about a 10-minute break, run some commercials, and get out. All right, welcome back to STSPN here at Everett High School in Everett, Washington. Ron Henthorn here. Phil Bernard alongside me here calling this college soccer game here between Trinity Lutheran College and Northern Idaho College out of Coeur d'Alene. We're coming up on the second half here. Score is 0-0. Phil, what do you got to say about that first half?
Well, what I saw for the first half was both teams initially feeling each other out, struggling a little bit, keeping possession. But as the half went on, Northern Idaho really bringing the pressure, more maintained possession, good opportunities in the box, and a couple unlucky breaks and bounces for them to not be able to get on the score sheet. And they keep that up, it looks like they'll have a good shot at getting some goals this half.
Yeah, we'll see if Trinity can make a little adjustment there to that aggressiveness. And maybe they can get a few more shots on goal here too for the local team here. So ready to get underway. 45 minutes, unlimited substitution for those fans of you who weren't here earlier in the game because this is a non-conference game, and they'll be playing under those rules here today. This game is underway. It looks like Trinity's taking the aggressive stance here right out of the gate.
Northern Idaho, though, doing a good job cleaning it up. Passing it out wide. They've had a lot of success so far with those wing attacks. Trying to bring it into the middle there and able to do so.
Still maintaining control over there after the momentary loss. And lost it again.
See if the Trinity Lutheran Eagles here can get something going. They lose it out of bounds.
I want to welcome all of our fans from over in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and other places supporting this great Northern Idaho women's soccer team here today. Welcome to our broadcast. There's a nice little long shot on goal, easily handled there by the goalie.
Smith has done a good job so far today in goal for Trinity Lutheran.
She has. Hasn't had a lot of challenges, but had a few.
A couple tough decisions to come out and clean up the ball, all of which she was able to do so.
That's it. Nice passes. Start passing, girls.
Now we're getting some ball control by Trinity here, and then the long ball, and who's going to possess this one?
Does fall for Lutheran. Shot. Nobody there and off target.
Kind of a weak shot. Could have been a harder shot. It would have been more difficult. We'll call it a shot if you're keeping track of shots.
Goalkeeper for Northern Idaho is Tegan Horton. So that might be a change from the first half.
Yeah, they might be. They were warming up different girls there, so.
Different what?
Tough for a goalkeeper to come in the second half sometimes, get into the game and up to speed. See how she's able to adjust to that.
Nice ball.
Trinity Lutheran looking better early in the second half with maintaining possession and better ball movement.
They have so far. I've been keeping the ball down here on the left side of the field quite a bit.
You totally see the balls over there.
So their bright royal blue uniforms here move from right to left against the dark maroon and white of the Northern Idaho Cardinals here. You'd think the Cardinals would be in bright cardinal red, wouldn't you?
A lot of play on the far side of the field here. Hasn't really moved over towards us so far this half.
That's good.
Yeah, it's good because if you weren't here in the first half, we had about 3 balls come right at our camera over here, and if you watch the replay, one of them right in the lens of the camera. Just barely missed it. Probably see Jeff's hand reaching up to save it. There's a threat by the Cardinals here as they chase it down to the corner. A good defense there by the Eagles.
That was an impressive effort there. That was Brian Morin maintaining possession for Trinity Lutheran, fighting it down into the corner. Unable to get it into the center, though.
Ball crossed. Oh, that was a good cross, but was that Haley White over there?
Yeah,
just got a little far in front of her. If she'd have been able to get to that one, they had a good opportunity going there.
And just mistimed it a little bit.
It could be a call, and it is.
Looks like it rolled out of bounds.
I guess it wasn't a call, just an out-of-bounds play. Even though Cardinals up front with a chance now if they can move the ball through here.
Got numbers
A shot
forwards.
on goal right at the goalie.
Good low, hard shot, though. Other offensive players there looking to clean up on any second opportunity presented, and none was there. It was a good job from Smith covering it up.
Yeah, Trinity starting to get back into the flow of the game like they were earlier in the other half. This one could be trouble, not quite. The ball slowed down a little bit in the wind as that goes into the wind. Wind is still blowing kind of right to left here.
That was another one that Smith had to get her timing exactly right, and she did when coming out. Brian fighting for everything, just getting swarmed defensively.
Good D there by the Cardinals. That was out, and linesman here, Victor Hasabaki at my right-hand side here, midfielder, said so.
Throw down to the corner.
Nice long throw by Tanya Fernando. Threw it clear out of bounds.
Wasn't anybody there for it, but it was a nice long one, showing off her impressive arm strength.
Well, if she can get that ball over close to the goal, that could be a little more difficult for the Idaho Cardinals here today.
It's always a nice weapon to have, is a player with a long throw-in who's able to turn throw-ins down towards the end into almost corner kicks.
Easy ball down there to the goalie. Idaho attempting to get something forward. There's one forward. They got 1-on-2 here. If she can beat two, and then a swing to the right. She's free if she can cross it.
Good cutback.
And
But cleaned up by Lutheran's defense.
Yeah, doubled up on her. That was a boot away that could have been controlled there. Lexi fighting for the ball back again.
Giving it away. A lot of, again, back and forth. Kind of feels like the beginning of the first half.
It does. And that's just a fall down out there.
It's good physical play from both players.
And that one's
Foul
going to get
called
called
off the ball.
I was looking down. Who did he call that on?
It must be on number 10 for Northern Idaho. That's Jessica Cassins, excuse me. Looks like there was just a bit of a collision off the ball after it had been sent on.
This is dangerous because the goalie's looking right into the sun here, and this ball theoretically could go up in the air, and if they can get enough time to get it high enough to get under it, Trinity has a golden opportunity here. So let's see where that ball goes. It's going right at the goalie.
Oh, she dropped loose. No one from Trinity Lutheran there to be able to get it in on the end of it.
Oh, man.
Finally gets a shot off, but deflected off the player. That was the best opportunity of the game so far with Trinity Lutheran. That was Tegan Horton unable to control that first ball in. And as I mentioned, with the switch and the keeper for half, it's always a little bit risky. It's hard to come in and get into the game.
And there's another one up in front of the goal. Trinity's really trying to, and the fans think that was a handball right in front of the goal. And the referee doesn't think so because he was right there. Or he believes it was a opportunity, and turns out it's not, as
Northern Idaho.
Offsides here on the far side, number 3.
There's the whistle.
Referee finally catches the flag over here from Victor Asabaki. Unfortunate there for the Cardinals that they had that offsides, but they were going.
That was the start of a dangerous counterattack.
Yeah, they had numbers.
Long free kick. No one really claiming possession of it.
Yeah,
Little trip there.
Yeah. It's going to go against the Trinity Eagles here today.
Been a few fouls from both teams, but nothing too blatant. No cards yet.
Do you think it looks a little more physical this second half, Phil?
Yeah, I think both teams are just getting a little bit more aggressive. Coming out to those challenges a little bit harder, so we're going to see a little bit more physical play as the game continues on.
It's starting to feel that vibe that they're getting next to each other a little closer and a little harder.
Yeah, both teams anxious to get a goal.
Yeah, and then that one goal could make a big difference in this game the way it's going now. Trinity on the attack. Easy roller up there to the goal. Shot on goal, but not a threat.
The ball was bouncing a little bit when she went to shoot it, and I don't think she just made quite the contact she was looking for.
My bad.
That's Brianne. Finding out players, trying to do it ourselves, and have real good pass opportunity there.
Yep. Substitution here. Referee says, no, I'm not allowing you to substitute. What's the deal here? He's not allowing a substitution. Probably because of advantage here for Trinity. And that ball goes into the goalie off another weak shot on goal.
That was a little wide.
So here's the ball to the middle there. Maria Garcia there trying to make something happen for her team.
This is what Trinity was struggling with the first half, is sustaining possession, stringing some passes together, doing better of that right now.
And that ball's going to go out. And now I suspect that he will allow the substitution to occur. As he's going to go over there and talk to
Yeah, there was a foul call in the middle of the field.
Elise Wagner. No? And he's talking to the Elise, but he's got the foul against Trinity.
I think she got fouled and was a little unhappy with it, and he was just
Calming her down,
calming her down a little bit. So another good opportunity. Last time,
like foul against Idaho, right?
yeah, good opportunity here again for Trinity Lutheran.
Headed out there by Idaho. Nicely done there by the defense.
Ball played back in, cleared again.
That's what I call ping pong soccer right here until we get somebody under the ball with control it here, and it's going back and forth. Red, blue. And now it's red with a little bit of control on the far side as she makes a run. Should be able to back off and get a shot in goal or center it, and she gets the center up there. Headed out by Trinity. And there's a little pushing going on. They're going to call that against the Cardinals there. I guess number 13. Is that who they called it again? Megan Lowry over there? I think it was.
It must have been. Smith's ready to take the free kick.
She's listed at 5'10", but she looks like 6 foot out there against a couple of girls. And a shot on goal. Oh, the goalie got her foot on it and lost it right off the corner post there, and that will end up being a corner here for the Idaho Cardinals.
Like Smith might have been caught a little off guard and awkwardly got her foot down to get to it and was unable to control it, so it did go out for a corner. Substitution for Northern Idaho, number 22, Corinne Aris coming in. and number 3, Haley White, going off.
And Corinne gets that ball as she comes in, and she's going to try to center it, and it does. Quarter up in the middle, but
into a sea of blue.
there's a ball back up in the middle, just nobody up there because they'd have been offsides if they had been. Would have been a little better off to clear that ball out to the side and work their way back up. Or he had a really good shot on goal, which is what she probably tried to do. That's what I would have tried to do.
Long ball with the bounce. Trinity Lutheran able to bring it down. Got a chance here to spring something. Good through ball. Brienne trying to get on the end of it. Crossed.
Oh, a good hard shot.
Fortunately, it was Tegan Horton having good positioning, cutting off the angle and making the easy save.
And she caught that one as opposed to the last one that bounced off of her. She kind of just hugged that one right with both hands.
And I guess she's settled into the game a little bit more now. Pass just behind. It's Brienne Morin again, who's really making herself felt so far this half.
Yeah, I'd say possession-wise, it's pretty equal here this half. Maybe even an edge to Trinity here.
I think I'd agree with that.
That girl's not happy. She's going.
Aaliyah's son, who's unhappy with her call there.
Was that 22? Was that?
Oh, sorry, that was Corinne Eris.
Green, yeah. She didn't like getting knocked down to the turf. So let's see if she can lay this one up in front of the goal for Trinity. And cleared out nicely there by the Cardinals, and that's going to go against Trinity. Yes. They quickly clear the ball up and get it going downfield.
Mentioned earlier, this game definitely getting a little bit more physical.
Yeah. There's a good feed through. Nobody offsides if she can run that one down. And she does. Centers it up. Oh, just a tick off there.
Defender was in her way, from preventing her from getting a good shot. It was number 13, Megan Lowry.
Megan's been right up there in the mix of things several times and tried to turn on that one with her left foot and didn't quite get enough on it, but she's going to get another chance here, maybe even now, as she goes for that ball on the far side.
Beats her defender.
And gets it right at the goalie near post.
I would have actually liked to see her play that one out. Looked like that Jessica Scott was open, undefended in the middle of the box, and could have had an easy tap in.
If she had dropped that in the middle instead of shot, that's right.
Scott does win the ball back, little cheeky back heel.
Good ball control there by Cardinals momentarily.
A lot of Cardinals back on defense. 4 or 5 of them already back.
Yeah, they definitely are playing the 4-3-3 this half.
Looks to be working for them. They're still getting opportunities down the field and able to maintain a good defensive shape. Lutheran plays it out for a throw-in.
About 15 minutes into this second half here, still no score, 0-0. As the sun continues to beat down on this nice day here in Everett, Washington. A little pushing and shoving in there, and I think that's going to get called there. That would be almost a card, and I think that was Maria Garcia. That's the second time she's put the shoulder into somebody and knocked him down, and she's lucky she wasn't in the box when she did that, because that's right on the line there, as I can see from here.
It's a tough position to take a free kick from. You're almost a little too close. It's hard to get it up and down in time.
So the idea here is to kind of just pop it up in the air so it comes down, floating down, and see if you can't get somebody underneath it here. As the Trinity Eagles make their wall, she's going to try to pop it over. She tried to drive it through, unfortunately. Not the best success of something like that, and that ball is going to go off of Trinity for a Cardinal throw-in on the near side here. It's pretty hard to drive a line drive right through 4 girls standing there 10 yards from you.
That was good discipline of the wall, staying together.
That ball is going to be out of bounds. Be a Trinity. No, it's not a Trinity throw. And I thought that that Idaho kicked it out, but I was wrong. Oh, there's a shot on goal where you got everything lined up for you and the ball's coming to you, and the only thing you do wrong is lean back.
Yeah, it's important to stay chest over the ball, leaning forward a little bit and driving it down.
Yeah.
That one she's got a little bit under.
Get a
Popped
little
it high.
Get excited on that ball when it's coming right to you like that, and it's like, oh my gosh, here's my shot, and then lay everything into it. Good opportunity there for Idaho women to make that first score of the game, but didn't happen. And they've got about 3 girls on the sideline over there warming up to get back in this game.
Trinity throwing here. Lost possession, but it bounced their way.
Trinity with an opportunity. They got a couple girls up in front of the goal if they don't go offsides.
And they had good numbers forward, but Northern Idaho was able to get back in time and clean it up.
That ball is off of Tia Carrillo. She played defense here. Throw in going far down the field. That's Megan going, and that's going to be a corner, I believe. It is.
Northern Idaho getting to assert themselves into this half the way they did at the second part of the first half.
Yep. Just in the last maybe 5 minutes that they picked that pace up a little bit and got a little more aggressive. So let's see if they try this corner on a short kick or long kick. They leave the short kick open, and they do it. They short kick, and a left-footed kick in front of the goal.
Nice, ladies, go, Bree, go, Bree.
There's an opportunity. Brienne running it down.
The goalie way out, probably 35, 40 yards out from the goal to get to that one, since there's nobody playing it. Well done by
Tegan Horton, coming way out of her box and doing a good job of getting there, helping her defense clean it up.
It could have been dangerous as she waited back, and she's looking right into the sun too. So.
Yeah.
But that gal I sat next to claimed that she knew all the girls on the team and said that Lloyd wasn't all that good.
Looks like Trinity throwing on the far side if they can
National championship game.
make an effort down the far side. They got a control if they can center it back, and they lose it. Oh, that ball almost went over the fence by inches. Would have gone out into the trees and into the street.
Did Bill leave?
Yeah, we got the smoker going. We gotta restoke it.
Couple double headers in a row there, and cleared out by Idaho. Cardinals tried to drop it back and go, and a little too much for who's that over there? Number 22 for Idaho. That was Corinne. She was kind of running right through that one and just didn't do it.
What was it?
Second throw in a row. Trinity Lutheran.
Or was it out of bounds?
Oh, there was a foul somewhere. Didn't
Yeah.
see it.
Had a bunch of players between us and the ball. I didn't see it either.
That was another foul in Northern Idaho. Free kick for Trinity Lutheran here. A little low. Unable to get past the defenders, and it's played out for a goal kick.
Just without having a stat, I don't recall the Idaho Cardinals getting called for too many penalties early in the first half, as they have 4 substitutions coming in here. Or is it 3?
There's a lot. Looks like it is 4.
Got 11 coming in. This Caitlin Sly back in.
Sit down.
Couldn't quite catch who all that was. There was too many of them. So taking advantage of that unlimited substitution rule.
Yeah, probably working well for both teams here today, as it is a warm day to be playing soccer out here in that sunshine. And running around, they're probably feeling the heat a little bit. That was almost saved down there in time.
Oh, did you get your phone yet?
Let's keep our feet off.
That's the phone you got?
Again, we don't have the official time. It's being kept by Tim Epps, the head referee out in the field.
I'm looking at about 24 minutes into this second period now.
So with
Yes. Girls, stay on.
No,
about 20 minutes left in the game, still no goals for either team.
yeah, I'm not sure with this non-conference game if they end up. I think they'll end up in a tie if they don't score. That
Shot wide there.
I think in the conference games they play overtimes.
I was there at
I think look back at their record. I don't think they have any ties on their record, but
I believe they're currently 2-6. So
currently 2-6. So
no draws yet.
Who's 2-6? Trinity?
Trinity is the 2-6. Here's Brianne again.
2-on-3. If she can get through, oh, she just hits a long shot. She had a clear shot, and unfortunately, right at the goalie. Again, far post would have made a more difficult attempt for the goalie there.
Did you miss Barbie's?
She mentioned earlier, that's Brianne Morin being one of the most involved players for Trinity Lutheran, creating opportunities and getting a few shots.
She's going to get another shot. It's kind of a weak shot she took on goal there, but she tried to hook it around her. Brianne's back in the middle if they can center it up. Oh, Brianne's got it.
Looking to find some opening to get a shot off.
Getting triple team, double team.
Pass out back. Header into the box. Goal! Trinity Lutheran. Flag is up on the side though. No
Offsides,
goal.
Yeah. Unfortunate there.
Fans unhappy with that call.
It's well done. But,
From where we are, it was tough to see, but I
flag
thought she was onside, but I couldn't quite tell from this angle.
yeah, tough angle for us to see, and disappointment there for, I believe that was Jalisa Santiago that got her head on that ball. And just like that, there's a shot on
for
goal.
Idaho. Good defense.
It's back in front of the goal in dangerous situation there.
Brave defending as she came across and got her body in front of the ball.
Quickly back up in front of the goal, and the ball, that's going, did that go off the goalie? No, the goalie got it in time before it went off the end line.
Yes.
She got it.
Smith's doing a good job of coming out and cutting off the angle and stopping the shot. It's from a dangerous position.
Don't do that.
Ooh, beehive in there.
This ball didn't quite make it through. It was a good idea, but Cardinals got it back as they come out wide this side. He's going to make it. She did save it, but it went off the end line. It's going to be a goal kick.
Okay, we're not playing with turf. No. We're making it. Yeah, I'm playing.
There's a substitution here for Trinity. Number 9 is leaving, Taylor Afton.
And that was
You're going to go ahead and play Barbies there next
Taylor Canal that came in.
Play what?
Barbies? What is it? On the ground there?
And play Bond, yeah. Not going to play Barbies with these young girls down here. Got some fans down here on the turf, on their blanket on a sunny day here with the dogs out and the Barbie dolls out. I don't think they care what's going on the field, but they're having a good time.
Another foul call in northern Idaho. Free kick taken and headed away by Jasmine Smith. who at 5'9", I believe, is one of the tallest players on the field, so using her height advantage there to win the ball.
Again, Trinity throwing on the far side as they move their way down the field. The loose ball bouncing around and cleared out. Let's see who's fast enough to get that. Looks like the Cardinals are quickly getting there. If she centers it back, she should. Far side, here we go. Oh, didn't make it over.
A good job from number 3, Haley White, reading the pass and coming out to it. Trinity Lutheran now on the attack.
Gonna get another chance and bouncing. Bouncing off the feet of the Cardinals. There's a lofted ball down the inline and out of bounds. Errant shot over there.
Like to see some quicker passing there from Trinity Lutheran. They getting caught in possession a few times where a player has the ball for too long and then ends up facing 3 or 4 defenders.
Oh. The race for the ball possession over there. It is possessed by the Cardinals, but momentarily.
And they get it back though. Need to keep up the pressure.
Shot on goal right at the goalie. Good shot on goal, but right to the goalie. Fans want a good boot here. There's a good lead. She's clear. Centers it back to the middle. Oh, almost got it in front of her, but slightly behind her. Drops it off. Shot up in front of the goal. Missed.
Defending again, getting the body in the way.
Good Trinity defense there, and they were outnumbered slightly, but
looking to get something on the counterattack before the Cardinals can get back.
24's wide open.
Morin looking for someone open.
Breeze open and
got taken down and earned herself a free kick.
Yeah.
He's going to call it outside the box.
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's outside the box because he's not signaling anything else but that, and allowing a couple substitutions to come in here for the Idaho Cardinals. Or maybe he's not allowing them to come in. They want to come in. He's not. So free kick outside the box. First opportunity here for good scoring opportunity. There's no wall. It's right there, 10 over the top of the wall and right to the goalie.
Lost possession. And that was number 3 for Trinity Lutheran. Cassandra Blakely was right there. I'm surprised she wasn't able to get her foot on that and knock it in. Tough break for Trinity Lutheran. That was a great opportunity.
Anytime the ball's loose in front of the goal like that, there's a better than even chance you're going to get it in. But
a second scary moment like that for Tegan Horton, the keeper for the Cardinals, losing possession like that.
And that's going to be a call again over there against Taylor Canal for aggressive behavior. Another shot on goal wide by the Cardinals there. Yeah, you know, it doesn't matter how close it comes to going in. If it doesn't go in, it doesn't count. As we have number 22 leaving. Corinne Harris leaving for the Cardinals here. A little under 15 minutes left in this match at 0-0 here. Both teams struggling to get that score in.
I wouldn't be surprised to see both teams starting to just play a little bit more aggressive, throw more numbers forwards as they look for that winning goal.
Who's there, lady? Who's there?
They're playing at a little faster pace, it seems like, too.
Yeah, a little sense of urgency setting in.
And going to be called for an obstruction there. A yellow card against number 8, I think.
And it was number 7.
7 or 8? Which one?
Number 7, that was Lexi Smith. for the Cardinals, called the yellow card. She was holding Brianne Moran.
So yellow carded her for holding her. She was probably saved a good shot on goal at the very least. And the referee says, "Now you're not 10 yards back. Ladies, back up."
Go, ladies, follow.
Another good opportunity here from a set piece.
Looking ball, good looking ball, and goes out. And goalie tried to get her hand on it, but missed it, luckily.
Yeah, for her, I probably might have knocked it back into the middle, as it was high and a little long. So it was out for a goal kick. I get the feeling that if a team is able to break one loose and get a goal, that might be all it takes in this game.
Yeah, the luck of the quick, easy goal hasn't happened yet, and the good shots on goal haven't happened yet. And there's another whistle for a over the back against one of the Idaho ladies out there. Another free kick going to be taken by Tia Carrillo this time on the far side. And Tia should be able to put that right up into the goal box. Let's see if she decides to play it short or long. Short. Off the heads.
Bouncing around. Still not cleared.
Yeah, laying down there close in the middle again in a dangerous position. That cleared out on the far side. Still be a Trinity throw-in. Trinity making an effort here in the last couple of minutes and getting some excitement into this ball game here as we get toward the end here with maybe 10 minutes or so left. And I see the urgency picking up on both teams here. Interesting call there. I didn't see that right. I don't think Trinity saw it right either. There's a lofted ball up to the center. Didn't go to anybody. Another hard
back
ball.
Forward. Knocked onto target, but Smith's easily cleaning it up.
Those are the kind that can haunt you because she mishit the pass and then she deflected it off of her foot toward the goalie, but it went right at the goalie. If it had deflected a little more to the far right, would have been trouble.
Sort of Northern Idaho had its success in the first half was bringing it up the wing. This time, though, ball taken away. And Brianne Moran winning a throw-in.
Brianne going to try to get down there and get in trouble again. Here comes the ball right at us, close.
Kept in, though, by number 12. That's Lauren Nolte, who's playing well this half.
Yeah, Lauren.
Ooh. This play there.
Shot on goal. Blocked out there by, look at that, Emily Aspden for the Cardinals. Took care of that one. As they struggle in the corner for ending up with a goal kick there.
Caitlin.
And they're going to switch sides here as the goalie brings the ball all the way over to this side of the field. Here.
To a Trinity player who knocks it forward, unable to keep it in. Number 3, Cassandra Blakely, trying to keep it in.
Got this, Trinity.
The home crowd, Trinity fans, cheering on these women as they try to get the winning goal.
Good footwork there by Emily. She moves the ball down the field off of a Trinity player.
Oh.
6 or 7 minutes remaining in the regulation play here, and if this game ends in 0-0, we will figure out whether they're going to have a overtime or if it's going to end that way. Still lots of time for a goal here by either team. She could have controlled that one a little more. had a better opportunity. And that's going to be a corner. So just like that, Phil, that scoring opportunities there again for the Cardinals.
Both teams having a few.
Back up.
Looks like they're not going to play the short ball, or they're going to let her play the short ball. She's going long. No, she went short. Faked me out as well as the defense, and is still bouncing around over there. Still in control of the Cardinals momentarily. And an easy shot on the goal. And no score.
That was a 3 or 4 Cardinals there looking to clean that one up, though, if there was any mistake. The ball had bounced out, but it was controlled well by Smits.
It had a little more on it. It could have easily bounced out, because that ball, when it's coming fast, is hard to handle. Nice move. Good passing here.
Who's out, ladies?
Cardinals playing it up the field.
Good through ball down to the right corner.
It's
Cross
in the
going
middle.
through, got past the defender, but didn't fall for anyone on the Cardinals.
That's going to be, I think he's going to call the previous play in there where she kind of jumped up in the air and then he let it go for a moment.
Back up, sir.
But it's going to be a free kick out there for the Eagles, as we're definitely closing in on about 5 minutes. I saw the referee, Tim Epps, look at his watch.
Yeah, both teams running out of time.
Come on, Sunny. Here, girl, get it. We're gonna get all these seashells off this island.
Sometimes a tie is not as happy as a loss, but nobody likes a tie.
Looks like the Northern Idaho Cardinals also without a tie at 3-3, so we might be seeing overtime.
We will know shortly. It seems like that it's a strong defensive game here by both teams today.
And the opportunity that either side has had has ended up being defended, sometimes last second, a last-ditch effort, but it's been enough.
Look out, that's going right over the top of my head. Right over the top of the camera. Did you get that on, Todd? Did you have the camera on that ball?
I was not. I was watching the ball.
Another one coming at our camera.
This is a good day for the camera here.
It's not a good day.
Yeah, it's a good day. It hasn't hit it yet. Looks like the Cardinals are kind of like trying to get the ball high up over the middle, and a lot of those long shots, hoping that something bounces one way or the other. And there's a hard shot right to the goalie. They're getting the shots here, Phil, right toward the end, but they're right at the goalie.
Yeah, I need to maybe get a cross off a little ways out. Try to get a header on it. Get it down to the foot of a player in a more central location. Those ones from that far off to the side are hard angles.
There's another lofted
Good
ball.
through ball.
It's going to go right to the goalie. A little bit too
Caitlin
much.
Sly unable to get on the end of it.
Go swim. I'm going to teach you how to swim.
Good physical contact trying to get under that ball, and then turns out Cardinals win it.
Play it back and then give it a lob forward. Caitlin on it.
Another shot on goal deflected, and that's going to get... Oh, here's a potential shot on goal if she takes it. She didn't take it. She could have.
Too long on the ball again, not getting the quick pass off. That wasn't a great clearance by Lauren, either Lauren Nolte or
There's a good
Tiana
ball up
Fernando.
under. There's that ball's trouble. The goalie's out. The goalie's out. Oh, saved by Trinity. Beautiful save in there by the defender behind the goalie, because the goalie went out to get that and bounced away from her.
Just now noticing that we have 2 number 12s on Trinity's roster, so number 12 playing defense here as the left back is either Tiana Fernando or Lauren Nolte.
We have a player down. I think the referee's going to call it here. As he does, the players basically have stopped playing. Can't tell who that is yet. She's laying face down. She's not a happy camper right now.
I think that might be number 24, Maria Garcia.
Could be. She's one of the midfielders out there. It's 20-something. I can read the two. I think you're right. It is 24. From this angle, I would say that's very likely it. So with about 2 or 3 minutes left in this second period, we've got Maria down on the field here, and she's not moving too well. Don't know exactly what's. She's looking at her left leg right now.
Hopefully it's nothing serious. Looking at her ankle, might have rolled it.
She's not moving too much.
Back up, back up, back up.
Well, that's not a good thing to happen in either case. If she hurt an ankle or what she's hurt, she's kind of rolling over now.
You never want to see a player.
And it is Maria.
She's sitting up now, though.
See at that. Yeah, it looks like her left ankle at some point or other, and she's going to be assisted off the field.
Gonna keep our fingers crossed that she's gonna be okay. That's nothing too serious.
Ankles are tough things in this game because it takes a while to get them back in shape, but hopefully they didn't overdo it. But I can tell you that she was hurting. She wasn't moving. So this should be a he'll probably do a drop ball down here in the far corner, or he's going to maybe give it to the Cardinals for a throw-in. Now he's going to do a drop ball, and it's kicked out of bounds by Trinity. I don't know if that's a courtesy thing or not, but she's like almost intentionally kicked it out of bounds, which is what I thought it should have been a throw-in to start with.
Yeah, it usually is. The Cardinals had possession of the ball when it was whistled dead.
And there's the ball bouncing in front of the goal.
Unable to fall for any of the Cardinals to get a shot off.
And
Trinity trying to get a counterattack going. Doesn't work out for him.
We've passed the official 45-minute mark, so whatever he's added for that injury there to Marcia will be carried on here, and he's looking back at his watch. And got his whistle in his mouth, and he's going to not add much for that. So he's saying that is the end of the period. And now we'll find out if they play overtime or not.
It's looking like they do.
It's looking like nobody's doing anything different than that. So there'll probably be a 5-minute break here before they start the overtime. Zero at the end of regulation.
Opportunities for both teams. Not able to capitalize on any of them yet, though.
So we'll see what happens here.
We'll take a little break, and we'll be right back when the action resumes.
All right. Are we back?
And we're back as we begin the start
All right.
of overtime.
This is a 10-minute overtime. 2 10-minute overtimes, as I have learned from the officials here. Golden goal is the word.
Okay, so first goal scored will win it.
And after 2 10-minute overtimes with no score, we go to the PK world.
That's always very exciting and a bit nerve-wracking for fans.
Yeah, it is. And for the players as well, because if they make it, they're heroes, and if they miss it, they're forgiven by their teammates. But they're not happy.
As a goalie, it's one of the more stressful things you can go through. I know that from experience, that it's those 5 penalty shots coming right at you. Luckily, it's more on the kicker to make the goal than it is on the goalie to make the save.
Cardinals up here, first opportunity to strike on goal if they can maintain possession here.
Looks like they do. They get it out wide.
Long ball, and that's going to be off Trinity for a corner kick.
Number 23, Rochelle Hale. On defense there for Trinity, getting in the way of the pass.
It looks like Aaliyah San is going to take that kick over there for the Idaho Cardinals, and it's a long one right up in front of the goal, off the head
Jessica
of
Scott
Megan.
got her head there.
There's the ball, and again, a nice hard shot on goal, but leaning back instead of forward over the top of the goal, and ends that first threat in this start of this 10-minute period here, as we're about a minute or so into it. A nice assortment of fans out here today for this this match.
And getting a little bit extra soccer to watch.
There's a lot of these girls for Trinity, our local girls from the Arlington area.
Brandon Morin, good footwork, but a bit of a off-target pass. Lutheran trying to get a good string of passes going. Trinity Lutheran.
And they had it going for a minute and lost it there.
Broken up by Jessica Scott. Ball almost played through for her. That was a good attempt.
Just inches from going through easily, and that would have been all it would have taken right there, is that little easy inch. Cleared out by Trinity. Brianna taking a hard run at that.
Waiting for help to come to her. Beat one defender, but unable to beat the second.
Yep, got it too far away from her. Got around one, but not the second one. Taylor Cannell with a throw in here, down toward the middle. Cleared out right toward us here.
Bouncing over the head of number 9, Taylor Alphen.
Taylor's a tall girl. She looks like a 5'9" girl out there too. Well, the intensity at the end of the second period isn't showing up quite as we start this first overtime here.
And the golden goal makes it sort of a balancing act. You need to have enough aggression to try to get the goal yourself, but you don't want to open yourself up to that counterattack. All it takes is one opportunity in the game.
And make one happy young woman out there with that goal if she gets it.
Ball bouncing around the edge of the box.
Could have been trouble, but got a little high bounce on it. Oh, they got a wide
Well,
player on the
opportunity.
far side. That's a that
Keeper
ball's
out.
bouncing around. That's off the keeper for a corner. Another Idaho corner kick here in this overtime period.
That was a good opportunity and a good shot by Haley White, getting a turn on the ball and a shot. But Smith's coming out just at the right time and able to get in front of it, deflected out of bounds.
There's the corner, well up, right in front of the goal. Dangerous position.
Ball punched up but not out.
It's gone in there. No, it went
Just
I
wide.
thought that was going in.
I was off the head of Megan Lowry with a great opportunity and just a little bit off target. That was almost the game.
As I headed back to Megan and headed out just wide. That could have been it right there. I was all ready to call it. But unfortunate that bounce happened. And Trinity escaped.
It's been a few opportunities for Northern Idaho off of those set pieces and from the corner.
Trinity throw in far side, see if they can move back down the field now and collect themselves here. But did not, as they lost control.
Northern Idaho on the attack again.
That ball is a little too high and too long. It was a good idea. She'd have got it up there. She would have had Emily coming in, number 4 on the far side over there. Just got it a little too long. But aggressive nonetheless.
Yeah, Northern Idaho having a couple opportunities already in this overtime, looking like the more aggressive team.
There's the long ball, so you can get to that. That's Megan, and she's going to get there.
Trying to get it down to the corner, keep it in, is unable to, and it goes out for a goal kick.
Oh, that was close to saving, because if she had been able to save that, she'd have been all alone.
Just had Jessica Scott coming up the sideline. She had a pass back out, but unable to get on the end of it.
Well, Megan got her head on that, but the wrong direction, but cleared back.
That was actually Jessica with the header.
Oh, was it? Again, good control here by. Somebody got taken down but didn't get called.
Yeah, it looked like it was just sort of a case of feet getting tangled up with. I don't know what that call was on.
That was another tangle up there. He called that against
Against
Idaho.
but didn't quite see it.
Yeah. Wasn't as severe as the last one. He didn't call. So into the sun, a setting sun over there. Ball's on the ground, up in the air in front of the goal. And off the far side, I think that was Brianna over there.
Brianne Morin just unable to control it, coming in from that high angle. Trinity, again, having a little bit more possession now.
Come on, ladies, ball.
Ooh, a bit of a misplay there, unfortunately, losing possession for Trinity. As North Idaho looks to get off on an attack here. They've got numbers forward.
Oh, they're going to call offsides. You know, I didn't see it from here either, but the linesman over there, Christy Lang, said they were offside.
Yeah, she definitely has a better angle than we do. There's been a few down on this end that have been called as offsides that looked like they was pretty close. So.
Yeah, very close. Good defense. You kind of step up and make that happen.
Absolutely. A little different timing, and got your player behind you and you're in trouble, but they've been getting it right so far.
Ball's in the air. I think they're looking at maybe a minute or less in this first overtime period here as the referee's looking at his watch.
Got his whistle up.
And he calls the first overtime, no score, 0-0. They will reverse ends of the field here and resume play. So a battle of defense here today, Phil.
It really has been. And I saw there a couple opportunities for Northern Idaho. They had the one that was headed just left of the goal, and we both thought it looked like it was going in, and fortunately for them, just off target. Only ball that's found in the back of the net so far all game was for Trinity Lutheran, and it was called back on an offsides.
Yeah. So another 10-minute overtime as they reverse directions here with Idaho going left to right. Trinity in the bright royal blue going right to left. Idaho will take the kickoff possession on the start of this second period.
I almost feel like we might be going into penalty kicks. Just the way the game has been going so far with the defenses playing as well as they have and opportunities just not seeming to fall for either side.
How do penalty kicks work?
Penalty kicks will work. Each team will choose 5 players to take the shots. Alternating teams taking the shot. And at the end, the best of 5 will win. But as before that, though, we do have this 10-minute period of overtime with the golden goal rule. So first goal for either team will win the game. Stop it right there.
And 10 minutes is a lot of time to happen here after playing 100 minutes already. Nothing's happened.
Women on both teams have to be getting tired. It's a long time to be playing and running.
Yeah.
Especially with the speed of this game so far. It's been a pretty fast-paced game, back and forth, both end to end.
As you can see, a little bit of a let-up right there by Idaho as that let that ball clear out to this sideline for a Trinity throw-in.
Ball rolled out, looked like it's going to be a goal kick.
And Brianna Moore down on this side of the field, and she was down on the other side of the field last time, so she's right in front of us now on this overtime period. She is the biggest threat here for Trinity, I think. Best choice for making that goal.
Yeah, she has been making herself a nuisance for the defense the whole game, creating opportunities and winning balls. Just hasn't quite had that last touch and opportunity to get the goal.
She is a scorer for Trinity. Trinity ball down the far side. See if they can capitalize on that. Long ball up in the middle is
Brianna trying to get on the end of it.
Brianna does get on
room.
it.
Takes a shot, but looks like deflected off of her own player. And the follow-up shot from number 9, Taylor Alflin, just a little wide.
Well, Brianna's working hard in there.
Just feels like it's not meant to be. A lot of those just missed opportunities. Another switching goalie for Northern Idaho as Cassandra Vandermeer is back in. It's unusual to see the keepers be switched this much, but they might be getting her back in as they feel that she gives them the best chance should this go to the penalty shot.
I would say that's probably the strategy that they employed there. She is a little bit bigger, so she might have a little more wingspan if needed on a penalty kick.
Also an older player with a little bit more experience will help in a situation like that.
Trinity with a shot flying up to the goal, right to the hands of the goalie.
Vandermeer easily getting it, getting a touch, helping her get back into the game, back up into speed after sitting out the second half in the first overtime period.
That ball is going to come right to the fans here. Idaho throw-in. Cardinals down the line here, down the middle this time. Give and go for the Cardinals, and there's a chance if she gets by her. She did. Center, wide center, off the back of the net back there. We end up with a goal kick there. We're about 4 minutes into this second overtime period. Still no score.
You're starting to see some of that fatigue setting in on plays like that, where she had the effort to get the defender beat, but then a little lack of focus and hit it wide.
Yeah, it could actually be affecting them a little bit here now, as they've been working pretty hard at it out there in that warm sunshine.
Yeah, it's been a long game.
And you play 105 minutes of soccer, you've had your time out there. Trinity's got the ball up in front. Bree with a shot.
High.
Oh, that's going to be blocked over the goal. By the goal. That's going to be a corner for Trinity.
First real test of Vandermeer since she's been back in.
An excellent shot there by Brienne Morin, too. So here's a score threat here. Again, I always think scoring opportunities off of corners because there's a 50-50 chance it's going to go off the head of your player instead of their player.
That's the nice thing about set pieces is despite the way the rest of the game is going, you can always get something out of them.
It looks like it's up in front of the goal. Cleared out. Number 12.
Settled in, just didn't get a...
Tiana Fernando with a sort of a wide kick there. And
again, there's two number 12s. I'm not sure.
Oh, there are two number 12s.
I'm not actually sure which one of those. I think somebody said Fernando, so I believe that's Tiani. But
okay. Let me check my other roster. There's a different 12. Taylor Cannell is 13. I think that's a misprint over here. No, Lauren Nolte. I don't see her on this roster. I don't see her. She must be.
So on this roster shows us Lauren Nolte is number 12.
Yeah.
It's a little confusion in the roster we have in front of us, but
if it's your daughter, your girlfriend, why, forgive us. You know who she is.
Oh, I haven't tried. What else can I do?
Well, every indication is that this game is going to go to PK.
Kind of got the same feeling.
That the instantaneous goal can happen even in the last minute. So
Idaho player falling over the ball. Trinity looking to capitalize on it, but a good tackle there. There's Lexi Smith getting her foot in the way.
Haven't seen too many slide tackles out there for these players today. And that's cleared out big time down the far side. That should be a Trinity throw-in on the far side.
Looks like it is.
I'm looking at maybe 3, possibly 4 minutes left. Still plenty of time for either team to get the ball down there in front of the goal. And
here's a good opportunity for Trinity.
2-on-2. If she can center it, she's got 2 on the far side.
Just kept the ball too long. She needed to make that cross earlier.
Yeah. She wasn't quite fast enough to shoot down there and beat the defender.
We have a cramp situation over here on the left. One of the Trinity players. She's stretching out her calf.
That number 9. Is that Taylor
Elflin. And it's understandable this long into the game. Muscles are starting to get tired and lactic acid building up, and she's just going to be subbed out.
Yeah, it's probably the right thing to do. Even if she does get it loosened up a little bit, those cramps are not easily recovered.
No, that's for sure. And that's
get a little more H2O in that body, young lady.
Tatiana Kazada coming in.
Maybe a slight addition to this overtime for that little exchange.
Errant pass there for Northern Idaho. It's out for a Trinity throw-in. Trying to spring a last-minute opportunity.
Oh, that was a missed pass. Handled there by Brianna.
Great footwork from Brianna Morin, keeping that ball. But it ends up being played out and Idaho throw-in.
By one of the number 12s.
Good back and forth there, but it ends up as another throw-in for number 8 for Idaho, Aitana Vernon. Our producer and cameraman getting word for his camera again. Wanting to get it off to the other side of the field.
Ball's up in front of the goal here. Dangerous situation, but still in play. Goalie comes out, misses it. Goalie's out. Is that going to be a corner? It is. All right, 50-50 chance here as we close in on the second overtime period. And a short kick in. Shot on goal, wide up into the corner, off the post.
Great opportunity. That was in such a hard position for Smits to get to. I don't think she would have had a shot at it if it was a little bit more in.
No, that was like just a little bit up. It hit the upper bar just toward the corner. Then down about 6 inches.
Would have been in.
Would have been in, and that is called the end of the second overtime. So Tim Epps says we're going into PK, and I'd have to guess they're probably going to do it down on the far side. Now they're shaking hands out there. Maybe they're not going to do a PKs. Looks like they're going to call this a tie.
And it looks like they're lining up, so it looks like that will be the end of the game. That's a 0-0 draw.
Interesting outcome. That's not what we were told earlier on, but as it turns out, 0-0 after 110 minutes of soccer, Phil.
Long game, opportunities for both teams, and just felt like neither side had the luck for that last opportunity. Couple shots off crossbars, shots just wide, or ball bouncing at just the wrong time.
Well, it won't be a sad trip back to Idaho for these ladies, but on the other hand, they won't be as happy as it could have been if they'd have got one of those goals in that they had opportunity for down there early on.
Yes.
But
not a bad result, though, coming on the road and walking away with the draw.
Not bad. And so it's a great day for soccer. We got some more college soccer coming up later in the season here, and a lot more high school football on STSPN. So we'll kind of sign off here. This is Ron Henthorn, Phil Bernard, and Todd Elvig on the big switch, the tent, and the camera, and the protection, and all the good comments on the backside over there. Thanks for being here, Phil, and we thank all of our fans out there in Idaho and around the Seattle area who watched this game today. So we'll see you again next time.
I wish will.
All right, good night.